Welcome back. If the holidays left you feeling a little tired, maybe even a little overserved, you're not alone. That's why a lot of people are giving Dry January a try, taking a full month off from alcohol. Doctors say even 4 weeks without alcohol can lead to major health benefits, including better sleep, weight loss, improved focus, and of course, better mood. While Dry January is on the rise, another trend also gaining popularity: non-alcoholic drinks. Ian Russell explains.
With a new year comes new aspirations.
We certainly see, obviously, like an uptick in business around Dry January.
The month-long push to stay sober to start the year isn't new, but the amount of people participating might be changing.
Many customers that have sort of started with us during a Dry January just never went back to drinking.
Logan Fleischman owns Zero Proof in Minneapolis, selling non-alcoholic products. He left the alcohol industry a few years ago, wanting to create this space as an alternative, a shift he's seen take off.
I think there's just been an overall shift in society to health and wellness.
It's a trend seen elsewhere too. A Gallup poll from this past August shows a decline in the number of Americans drinking, down to a new low of 54%.
It's not as commonplace as this like 21-year-old rite of passage. They've sort of moved on to different interests, and I think that's a huge part of it.
Fleischman says a different image of alcohol for younger generations might have something to do with the change, as does new products.
And then they say THC as this like non-alcoholic but intoxicating kind of product category. And so I think THC has been that for sure crossover.
Fleischman says for his customers, drinks infused with benefits from plants have taken off.
If you're going out socializing or you want something to unwind on the couch at night, they do both. And they're meant to be treated like a spirit.
A new year and new changes, as our habits change as well.
As small as little bit inserting kind of a healthier alternative, or if it's all you do, I think all of it's a step in the right direction, in my opinion.
In Minneapolis, Ian Russell, KARE 11 News.
Check this out. A Wisconsin dad who's passionate about hockey built a massive ice rink in his backyard. The rink isn't just for his son, it's for his son's hockey team, which he coaches. The parents also in for a treat. There's a deck and a fire pit so they can stay warm while they watch their kids play.
I don't have to go to a rink to skate. I can just come out to my backyard and like mess around.
This is the biggest it's ever been. I don't think it can get bigger unless we tear the deck down.
The kids have to depend on the rink because there's only indoor rinks in the area and they often have to share them with 2 other teams. All right, take a look at this. 2 cities along the St. Croix River held a massive tug-of-war competition. And as Raya Katene shows, it's all for a good cause.
As you can see from this sign behind me, there was a change of venue for this year's border battle, but the winners stayed the same. That's right. Green Bay Packers fans once again won this year's Border Battle Tug of War, a tradition that was born last year, bringing together Vikings and Packers fans in a massive yet friendly competition in support of local first responders associations. The second annual charity event was moved to Hudson, Wisconsin this year after MnDOT denied the organizers a permit to host it on the Stillwater Lift Bridge where it was held last year. The competition takes place ahead of the big rivalry football game, but unlike what happens on the football field, both of these teams have the same objective: supporting first responders. Between spectators and registered rope pullers, organizers of the event estimate roughly 200 people showed up, raising about $8,000. 60% of proceeds will go to the winning side's first responders and 40% to the other side. Beneficiaries include police, fire, and EMT departments from Hudson, North Hudson, St. Joseph Township, Stillwater, and Bayport.
Those are just our community members, our friends, our neighbors that help us out when there's problems. And we want to respect, of course we respect them, but we also want to encourage them and know that they have our support.
Organizers Corey Bittner and Ethan Gilmore say the event will definitely be back next year. Where it will be will depend on the NFL schedule and permit approvals. In Hudson, Raya Katene, KARE 11 News.
Good, clean fun for a good cause. Well, every week, Grow with Care brings us simple solutions to problems stumping gardeners and fresh ideas to brighten up our yards. But this week, we're delivering content to brighten up your afternoon, perhaps. Check out Laura and Bobby's best bloopers of 2025.
You're not going to have one blooper this year. Okay, one of the...
This might be our worst one.
This is...
Oh,
what's going on with my hands? There it is.
That's going to be the worst
thing ever. Posted this video.
Start that over. I was winking at that lady.
We're in the Rose Garden at the Arboretum.
At the Arboretum, boom laka laka. So specifically, if you want blue color, beluga. Beluga.
There you go. You know a bunch about mushrooms?
It's a little long, Laura. Even more gooder than the last one. Watching your fireplace. Would you stop that?
Why can't I do it?
All right, I got you.
Don't put that on a blooper reel.
Oh, why can't you put it on a blooper reel? Are you yelling at me and punching me?
The cold. Shut. The cold of the process.
Wait a minute, I was staring at you. Go. Harvest milkweed seeds. Please.
So you want to be more efficient? How about vertical gardening?
One more time.
What were you doing?
I was bent over and then
I was like, is this intentional or did we make a mistake?
No, I was bent over.
Tiniest residence. That's coming up, Ingram with
You
here.
stole my
I'm sorry.
line.
Look, I'm a hummingbird.
Wow, that was so cool. There, do it again. Flip-flop
Way to
it.
switch it.
In your lawn, which really works out really well. It looks effortless and graceful, kind of like me.
Exactly like you.
Yeah, thanks, kid.
How cute are they? Stick with us. More news and weather coming up after the break.